I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, today we're reading from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7. Let's focus on verses 8 through 11. But look, you keep trusting in deceitful words that cannot help. Do you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, burn incense to Baal, and follow other gods that you have not known? Then do you come and stand before me in this house called by my name and say, we are delivered so we can continue doing all these detestable acts? Has this house, which you called by my name, become a den of robbers in your view? Yes, I too have seen it. You don't think I've seen these things? I'm God. One cannot read today's passage and see this house has become a den of robbers without thinking about Jesus clearing the temple. In Mark chapter 11, verses 15 through 17, they came to Jerusalem, and he went into the temple complex and began to throw out those buying and selling in the temple. He overturned the money changers' tables and the chairs of those selling doves, and would not permit anyone to carry goods through the temple complex. And then he began to teach them, is it not written, my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations? But you have made it into a den of robbers. So what is the source of such evil in the Lord's house? Well, the people had abandoned God's word, and they had chosen to trust in deceitful words. I think I'd rather have deceitful words than God's word. Words that please the listener with false promises, and they infuriate the Lord. And when Jesus cleared the temple, he was hearkening to Israel's past apostasy and to God's judgment of it. And he also was addressing their present day apostasy while prophesying that the temple would once again be destroyed, just like it had in the days of Jeremiah, unless the people repented. Now, when I travel to Israel in the summers, I always visit the old city of Jerusalem. And I visit Jerusalem. Every visit is never complete without some time at the Western Wall. And perhaps you've seen pictures of the Western Wall, hundreds of Orthodox Jews and tourists praying at the same time. And the place where they are gathered is actually part of the remains of the support foundation for the Temple Mount. None of that actual temple still remains. It was destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD. Now, many visitors to the Western Wall ask, why would the Lord allow this temple, his temple, to be destroyed? And I'm always soberly reminded of today's chapter. Now consider Jeremiah 7, verses 12 through 15. But return to my holy place that was at Shiloh, where I made my name dwell first. See what I did to it because of the evil of my people Israel. And now, because you have done all these things, this is the Lord's declaration, and because I have spoken to you time and time again, but you wouldn't listen, and I have called to you, but you wouldn't answer. What I did to Shiloh, I will do to the house that is called by my name, the house in which you trust, the place that I gave to you and your ancestors. I will drive you from my presence, just as I drove out all of your brothers and all of the descendants of Ephraim. My prayer is that as we search God's word each day, that he will teach us what he requires of us, and that we may be a people who are holy and pleasing to him. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.